the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Good Sunday evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network and our live coverage of the Down and Dirty Outlaws 360 Sprint Car Series. Tonight from the dirt track at Charlotte. 28 winged sprint cars have checked in for this evening's action. Drivers are ready to take on the 4/10 of a mile high bank dirt oval. We're going to go down trackside here momentarily for our opening ceremonies. Titan Vanderwerk quickest in the practice session right now, coming off of a win last week. Should be interesting to see if that guy can go back to back. Cameron Pritchett, Greg Leonard. Same old, same old. Everybody that's supposed to be here is here. Don't forget to say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're over on Facebook, go by the Dirt Racing Network's Facebook page. Like, share, follow. If you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Trovo, make sure you hit the subscribe button every time we go live. 8 shows over 5 days every week now. Little mixing up on the time slots, but we'll cover all that as the night goes on. But we are just about ready for racing here, so let's go down trackside, get our invocation, our national anthem, and we'll just about be ready to go racing when we come back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see
by the dawn's early light. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, as always, thank you to Johnny and Sam for getting us going. Drivers wrapping up their practice session. Getting ready for qualifying. Do not forget, guys, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. You've had 2 shows tonight. You'll have 2 tomorrow. You'll have 2 on Wednesday. You will have 2 on Thursday. All DSRL tomorrow night as the drivers take to the track in 360 winged and non-winged action. Monday Night Thunder, the winged action, 8 o'clock Eastern, and then immediately following them, which should be right around the 9:30 p.m. Eastern time slot, the 360 wingless cars. I think they go to Kokomo in the wingless cars tomorrow night. You know what, boys? I'm having to do that. Then on a Wednesday night, you'll have the Dirt Slingers Elite Invitational 410 Series at 8 Eastern, as they will swap time slots with the American Dirt Series, and their 360 wing sprint cars will go to the 9:30 time slot. Right now, Tommy Scott Jr. quickest, and he backs the car down. Let's go see what Houndstein's doing. Titan Vanderwert, never mind. Vanderwert goes to the top, 1278. Let's check him. We will go look at Randy Shreves real quick and see what Shreves can do here. Shreves trying to get around on his second lap and improve from 6th quick. Now, Coulter West, 1276, bumps Vanderwert off the top spot. Houndstein timing in 3rd quick. Kenny Hoffman. Let's go get Kenny Hoffman a shot here. Hoffman rolling out. Something very weird about the paint on that car tonight, but 83 car. I'm not even sure what that is all about. Garrity now. Dean Garrity went quick time. Garrity 1273. Good lap for Garrity right there. And Kenny Hoffman, does he pick it up? He does. 3rd quick with a 1278. Josh Whiteman with a 74. So just a tick off of Garrity. Everybody pretty much timed them in here. And Jacob Adam also finished, so all 28 cars have taken time. That means the session will end shortly. They'll divvy them up into heat races. We're going to get ready to go heat racing. Top 4 from each heat race transfer directly to the feature. D main, C main, B main. will fill up the rest of the field from the B main. We will have at least 3 heats, maybe 4 this evening. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I know Zach was doing the feature over there for the Midwest Dirt Guys. I watched it get started. I don't know where they're at in it yet, but if you're over there watching, please still say hi in the chat. I know that we can see all of the chat together, he and I, so a lot of viewers this evening, and we appreciate that greatly. Like I was saying, 2 shows tomorrow night. Then Wednesday night you'll have 2 shows, and Thursday night you'll have the Elite Performance Wingless Sprint Cars for 10 wingless sprint cars. And then we'll follow them up with the Netcode Esports Mighty Midget Series. Only a couple of weeks left in the Mighty Midgets, so let's get ready to go down and look at heat number 1. And this is how they'll line up for that heat. It's going to be Cole Shapesky in the 9 car on pole with the 84, Bryce Houndstein next to him. Then Kenny Hoffman. Hoffman's normally the 11, and I'm not sure to call that the 83, the backwards 38. I really am not sure at this moment, but we will try to remember that he is the 11 car most nights. Dean Garrity, the 15, quick qualifier for the evening, will start in the 4th position. The 3rd row will be Jacob Adam, the 11 on the inside, the 4 of Tyler Street on the outside. And it's going to be David Fozzard. Fozzard in the 69, inside row 4. Next to him, the 75 of Daniel Adam. And then on the back row, going to be Donald Toulos in the 99, and on the outside, Ethan Greek, the 19. Greek had a great week last week until we got to the feature. And then he had some issues and just really never overcame those. But they're going to get ready to go green the next time, right about in here in 3 and 4. That pace truck will drop off middle of the backstretch. And it will be time to get down and dirty with the Down and Dirty Outlaws. So 10, 9, and 9 officially for our heat races. So 3 of those will lock in. 12 will pick 8 out of our B main when it comes around. I think we have just enough for a C main. And then a B main. Drivers ready to go. Out of turn 4. There's the loud pedal. Green flag in the air. Through 1 and 2. Shapesky out front. Houndstein and Hoffman were side by side momentarily. Now they single it out. Garrity looking to put the pressure on. He lost a spot right there. They're going to head down the backstretch. Shapesky, Houndstein, Hoffman, Garrity, Street. Oh, there's contact as the leader got in there. Weird. No cautions in our heat races, and this is drastically going to shake things up. Hoffman's coming out with the lead. Then Adam Toulos, and Fozzard's leading the next pack. Fozzard in the transfer spot. And with 5 to go, things got pretty exciting right there. We do not have cautions in the heat races, so all those guys that were involved in that are just going to have to work their way in out of the soup tonight. But 3 to go. Still Hoffman 0.8 of a second ahead of Adam. Toulos trying to reel him in. That's second, third. Both those drivers in the feature currently. If they can stay where they are. And then David Fozzard hanging on in front of Garrity and Adam, and Garrity's running out of time. I don't think he's going to get there, and he's going to have to come from the B main, it's looking like. And right now, Hoffman through 3 and 4. White flag in the air. Hoffman catching the slower Tyler Street, and he goes around him on the top side. Hoffman's going to the feature, and it looks like Adam and Toulos are going with him, and Fozzard got enough of a lead here in the 4th spot over 5th spot Garrity that he will make the transfer. So Garrity, Adam, Street, Shapesky, Greek, and Houndstein all have some work to do coming out of tonight's soup. So that got interesting real quick And we'll get ready to look at the starting lineup for heat number 2. It's going to be the 3 of Scott Reed, which I actually think is the 27 we're looking at right there. On pole next to him, the 04 of Tommy Scott. Then Titan Vanderwert, last week's winner, driving the 007. He'll start inside row number 2 next to Josh Whiteman. Whiteman in the 24. The 56 of Randy Shreves starts inside row number 3. And the 94 Greg Leonard will be on his right. You'll see Grant Vickery, the 44 car, on the inside of that 4th row next to Ty Williams. Williams, the 01, not the 27, the 01. And then the 28 car on the back, that's going to be Dylan Hutchison. All right, so second heat. Ready to get at it. We've already got 4 locked in. We're going to lock 4 more from here. Do not be shy. Say hello in the chat. Tell me where you're watching from. Got people from all around the world. Watch the shows. Scott Reed fan in the house. There's Dean Bowman. All right, green this time out of turn number 4. There we go. There's my down unders right there from your game room. Well, where's your game room precisely on a map? All right, loud pedal about to be pressed. There it comes. Green flag in the air. Heat number 2 underway. Good luck through 1 and 2. Down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Scott Reed, Titan Vanderwert. And Vanderwert trying not to waste any time. He's going to go right after him. Slide job coming. Vanderwert goes way out in front. Reed able to counter. They'll be side by side. Through 3 and 4 once again. This time Vanderwert leads the lap. Reed staying locked in on the top shelf. Vanderwert went through the middle, now leaves a little bit of room up top. Vanderwert by a couple of car lengths that time around. He's got the lead. Reed second, Scott third, Whiteman fourth, and that's a battle. Whiteman and Scott going at it. They're going to leave Leonard into the mix if they keep battling like that. We're down to 4 to go, halfway through heat 2. Watching Tommy Scott, the 4 car, getting chased by Whiteman. Whiteman being chased by Leonard. Leonard takes the 94 to the inside. Will he go 2 for a 1 down here in turn 2? Almost got it there, but he does pick the 4 spot off as he puts Whiteman back to 5th. Still Vanderwert, Reed 1-2. There's Scott in 3rd. Leonard in 4th, and Whiteman still hanging on to the 5th spot. They're going to work down the backstretch around through 3 and 4. The white flag coming out this time. And Vanderwert picking up right where he left off last week. Down at Lucas, or at Port Royal last week for those guys. He'll get the win in Heat 2. He goes to the feature with Scott Reed, Tommy Scott, and Greg Leonard in tow. We'll see Whiteman, Williams, Shreves, Vickery, and Hutchison in our alphabet soup this evening. So third and final heat as they run right through this thing. Ready to grid out. It'll be Bowen Smith, the 12 car, on pole. Next to him, the 35. That's Miles Jansen. Cameron Pritchard to 21. Going to start inside of row number 2. Next to Coulter West, West in the 10C. Jeff Creamer, the 11 car. Third row on the inside, and on his outside, Kellen Sabo in the 2. And the 4th row will be the 43 of Terrell Wheeler. Next to him, Connor Darnell in the 97. And shotgun on the final heat race, the 5 car of J.P. Scheiderer. South Carolina. And Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Wow. I told you we got them spread all over the place, and we got them from around the world. Toowoomba, Queensland, Australia. Charleston, South Carolina. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. That's just a handful, guys. Awesome to have everybody. Please do not forget, like, share, follow if you're on Facebook. Come by the Dirt Racing Network's Facebook page. If you're watching us on YouTube and Twitch, hit that subscribe button. You'll know every time we go live. If you're over on Trovo, and I really, really, really wish we could figure out how to get the chat going with Trovo over there. Be sure that you subscribe there too, and let us know somehow that you're over there, because that's the only thing that I can't control. That and the sex spammers on YouTube. I really can't stand that stuff, and I wish they'd get rid of it. And if I monetized my channel, I might think about suing them for it. But all right, about to get the green flag for heat number 3, the final heat of the evening. Green flag, Bowen Smith. He wasted no time jumping out there. He's going to get a challenge now. Pritchard trying to catch up. Got Jansen in tow, and then Creamer's got his hands full as Jeff Creamer trying to hang on to 4th. Oh, big stack up. They were almost 4 wide coming out of 2. Smith had a tiny issue. He checked everybody up. That's going to let Jansen jump by. Creamer's up to 2nd. I can't stay on Creamer's car because he jumps around too much. He's got way too much blinking going on. Jansen 2nd, Creamer's 3rd, Pritchard right now in the 4th and final transfer spot. Pritchard, the 21 car. That's the white car with the black number on it. Almost 3 wide, and I'm going to say that little tongue-in-cheek there because the blue car just blinking like Christmas lights all over the place. Now Jansen goes for the lead with a slider, and he's got it. Oh, Smith gets into the back of him. Bowen Smith with a little tap, and it's going to cost Smith. Smith's going to lose a spot. Looks like he might lose 2 as Sabo in that 41 machine. It's normally the 2. Repping the Raging Cajun right there. Coming around, and Sabo still battling with Creamer for the 5th and final transfer spot. Gets into Smith, who bumped the fence. Now Smith on the hot seat. We're down to the white flag here. It happened really, really fast, guys. Pritchard and Jansen 1-2 as Pritchard got around Jansen while we were watching this battle. Creamer still blinking there in 4th. It's Pritchard and Jansen. Then Smith, and I think Scheiderer maybe got, nope, they're going to score Creamer. Couldn't see Creamer's car. Scheiderer got there to 5th. We couldn't see Creamer's car, so we'll just have to take it on good faith that Creamer was there as we get ready to show you the starting lineup for what I believe is going to be the C-Main. Going to be Terrell Wheeler and Ethan Greek on the front row, Grant Vickery and Connor Darnell on row 2, Cole Chapeski and Dylan Hutchison the 3rd, and Coulter West and Bryce Houndstein in that 4th row. Well, Chuck, don't tell us where specifically. Just give us a general vicinity so that Bryce knows you're telling the truth. Yeah, that was pretty quick. That happened really fast. Been really good shows until we've gotten to the feature every week. And then, you put that many guys out there, and Chuck is telling the truth, huh? Wow, you put that many guys out there, and you're bound to have a few little bumps and bruises. I think that track last week at Port Royal, super slick, super dry, and I think that caught a lot of guys off guard, so they had a couple extra cautions that we wouldn't normally have. Okay, things getting a little bit more adult here than maybe we're going to be comfortable with at DRN, but as long as we keep it about that level, we're going to be okay. All right. I believe we are at C-Main time right here. 8 cars, 4 going to transfer.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. We're underway. Going to take the top 4, move them to the next round. And right now, Wheeler really jumping out in front big time here. Wad of cars behind that. Darnell went to the front. There's Beaton banging, moving around. We're watching Ethan Greek. He's going to end up in a problem here. Right now, Dylan Hutchison's got fourth. He's going for third. He's trying to get around Vickery. They're going to come out of 4-3 wide for a split second there. Coulter West trying to work his way into the next round. He sits fifth right now. Vickery hanging on to that transfer spot. Wheeler, Darnell, Shapesky, 1, 2, 3, and we're watching a good battle right here. That is third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. We're down to 6 laps to go. Clicking them off pretty fast here, about 13-6. Here comes Hutchison trying to go 2 for 1. Going to go from fifth to third for a second. Contact behind. There goes Vickery. There goes West. Shapesky escapes by just getting the car a little sideways, grabs it up underneath him. He's going to hang on. Terrell Wheeler out in front, 0.4 of a second, right through the middle of the track. 3 to go this time by. Looks like he is closing in on Coulter West. Connor Darnell definitely getting closer in the 92 car. That time Wheeler goes up to the very top, loses a lot of ground, probably about 4 car lengths. As Wheeler sees the 2 to go signal, goes through 1 and 2. Darnell cuts back down across the track. Gap stays about the same. Still Hutchison in third and Shapesky in fourth, but we're going back to the lead on the final lap. Wheeler, slider line going into 1 and 2, lost some ground. Big run for Darnell. They're going to the feature. They can keep them pointed forward. That's exactly what they do. Wheeler, Darnell, Hutchison, and Shapesky advancing. West, Greek, Vickery, and Houndstein done for the night. I love the banter, guys. Let's just try to keep it friendly. I don't care if you rib each other, but try to keep it friendly. It is entertaining. Do not get me wrong. All right, I think we are B-main bound here. We're going to line them up as so. Garrity and Whiteman on our front row. Then Scheiner and Adam in row 2. Williams and Sabo, row 3. Row 4, Street and Shreves. Wheeler and Darnell from the C main transferring into row number 5. And the 6th row, Hutchison and Shapesky, they came in with Wheeler and Darnell. So 12 cars. All right, ready to get at it one more time. This will set the remaining cars for our A main. 10 laps to distance. If I can say nothing else, the sidebar entertainment this season has been pretty good. You guys are doing a great job in the chat. Thanks for being here. Thanks for keeping it lively. I don't ban people unless they get vulgar. And please don't do that. I never enjoy doing those things. All right, B-main time. 10 laps. Whiteman
Green flag, green
trying to
flag.
get us started. I thought he was trying to get us started. I don't know what was going on there. But he ends up about 5th right here. Lap 1 going in the books. Garrity, Scheiner, Street, Williams, and then Whiteman. Adam right behind that. I'm not really sure what is going on here with Jacob Adam. Adam having all kinds of problems in that 11 car, which is actually the 41. He goes over the tires. He's going to be way out of shape, and he's going to fall all the way to 12th. Garrity's got the lead, but Scheiderer is right on top of him. And then Street's a little ways back in third. Williams and Whiteman fourth and fifth. Shreves is battling it out with Sabo. Sabo got a good run across the middle. I had to check it up. Now comes to the bottom side on Shreves. Goes into 3 and 4. Is he going to try to go 3 for 1? I thought he was going to try to get all 3 of them, and he gets 2. So move him back to the 5th spot. Shreves is going to get Whiteman for a moment. That was 6th and 7th, and Hutchison right now hanging on in that 8th spot. Hutchison's got a pretty fair gap over Shapesky back here in 9th. The Wheeler's in 10th right behind that. But Garrity's starting to stretch it out as he pulls away from J.P. Scheiderer, 9/10 of a second. Street, the first car to really explore the bottom, see what is down there. He is still hanging on in the 3rd spot. 3 to go this time around. Williams still 4th, then Sabo, Whiteman, Shreves, and Hutchison in all the transfer spots at the moment. Well, Pigpen, normally they are in the pits, hence the name. Just, a little bit of logical thinking right there. White flag coming out in the B-main this time, and Dean Garrity out in front. And Garrity's been having great runs in the feature, a couple consecutive podiums, including a win a couple weeks ago. And it looks like he's going to make yet another feature here. He had to go through the soup, but he does it. Scheider was second, then Street, Sabo, Williams, Whiteman, Hutchison, and Shreves are our top 8. Shapesky, Wheeler, Adam, and Darnell rounding out the field. You bringing 3 to the booth for me? I'm pretty picky, so at least I get to, pick and choose. That's the good part, I guess. All right, these guys are going to have a couple of minutes of the warm-up. While they do that, we need to pay a bill or two. When we come back, feature time for the Down and Dirty Boys. All righty. Big thank you to all the sponsors. We try to get them all in every single night. And, Pigpen, you said top tier, 3 or more. I can tell you, yeah, we're probably in Charlotte if they got at least 3 and you think that's top tier. So bring them on. Let's see what you got. 3's too many. That'd only take about 11 minutes, BMX. Just saying. All right, not sure how much longer they're going to let them go. I think they want to wear the track down pretty good because they have had some pretty fancy racing when the track has gone pretty slick. Now, they do get a few cautions, but like I said, I think that track last week was so slick it caught a lot of guys off guard. Gummy bear status. I cannot keep up with all the young people lingo. I do not know what that means at all. So... oh, I am an old man, and I am not afraid to admit that. Drivers getting the track worked. No. We can't be doing that. miles and it looks like outer space or just a black hole. Can't be doing all that. Couple of more minutes. I'm sure these guys are probably ready to get it on. 30 laps the distance tonight. "24 of them ready to get at it." Guys, don't forget about tomorrow night. 8 o'clock Eastern, Dirt Slingers, Monday Night Thunder 360 Wing Sprint Cars. They are at Lucas Oil. I believe the first time that series is making the trip to Wheatland, Missouri. And then after them in the 9:30 Eastern slot, that will be the Dirt Slingers Monday Night Wingless Series. They are headed for Kokomo with the 360 Wingless cars. I do not know, Gaiman. I have not seen his name yet this evening. So you're the first time that I've seen where the name Swafford anywhere this evening. Kind of expected to see him here myself. But don't forget about that. 8 and 9:30 Eastern. Then Wednesday night, 8 Eastern, Dirt Slingers Elite Invitational 410 Series. They're going to give that a shot in a different time slot. They're going to move the ADS drivers and their 360 series to the 9:30 time slot. And Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern, Elite Performance Industries 410 wingless sprint cars. And right about 3/4 of the way through their show, which it actually worked out pretty good last week because it was immediately when their show ended, we had over the Netcode Esports Mighty Midget Series. Double feature for those guys. They get ready to wrap season up. Only 3 races left. So a full week of racing for you guys. Make sure you mark your calendars, set reminders, but like, share, and follow on the Facebook page and subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo. You'll get notifications every time we go live. So, feature time. And we are going to get ready to jump down here, start looking at our starting lineup. And this is how we'll start our 30-lap feature this evening. Going to be Kenny Hoffman and Titan Vanderwert up front. That should be a heck of a battle. Vanderwert coming off the win last week, looking to go back-to-back. Pritchard and Adam in row 2. Reed and Jensen will make up row 3. Row 4, Tulos and Scott. Smith and Fozzard in the 4th row. Leonard and Creamer in row 5. Whoops, I went too fast. In row 6 behind Smith and Fozzard. And then Garrity and Scheiderer. These guys all coming out of the B main. They're making up a row number 7. Street and Sabo in row 8. Row 9, Williams and Whiteman. Hutchison and Streams in the 10th row. The 11th row, Shapesky and Wheeler. And Adam and Darnell in the 12th and final row. So 24 cars. Time for the Thunder and the Lightning. 30 laps. Track looks like it's in really good condition. Should be pretty racy. We should see the top line for quite some time. Then they'll move that into the middle. And if some of these guys know about it, there is a crazy line down in turn 3. We'll try to watch and see who finds it first. It's been there since they released this track, and a lot of guys just don't know it's there. Well, let's see. Hoffman and Vanderwert about to get us going. Only the green flag laps will count in our feature session as we get ready to go. And the green flag is out. Hoffman slides to the top in front of Vanderwert. Here comes Pritchard. There's Adam right behind it. Adam took a peek on the inside of Vanderwert as Pritchard goes by on the bottom. And Pritchard, the first car to run that bottom. I think Tulos is going to get in this, but I don't think he's the cause. That 99 car, the black and red car, out of the corner. He was almost 6 wide, and there's that car that blinks. The 11 car of Creamer showed up right in between cars, and it really didn't leave anybody anywhere to go when he popped back in. And I think we had 7 last week, Gaiman. I think we had 7. Don't quote me on that, but I do think we did. So right now it's looking a lot like Hoffman, Pritchard, Vanderwert, Adam, Jansen, Smith, Scott, Reed, Fozzard through the top 10. Fozzard is 9th and Sabo is back there in 10th. 41 car is in 10th. Creamer able to continue, and he is going to line up at the back of the field. Yeah, BMX. It was quite a few. I'm pretty sure it was 7. Don't have those notes sitting right here in front of me right now, but I'm pretty sure it was 7. So we'll turn the lights off on the pace truck. He'll make the hard left down here in the middle of the backstretch and get us ready to go back to green. Drivers will bunch things up before we get down to turn 3. Single file, a nose to tail. Hoffman ready to get on the noisy box, and there he goes. Working lap number 3. So still 27 to go this time by. Pritchard looked to the bottom, couldn't make it work. Vanderwert still 3rd, Jansen's 4th, and Adam is 5th. Bowen Smith now working around the top side, trying to get around Daniel Adam. Now Smith working the inside right in the middle right there. He is going to get around Miles Jansen, at least for the moment. Now he'll slide all the way to the outside, takes the spot away, but Jansen fights back on the inside. Jansen with the slider line all the way out to the wall in 2. Pretty well timed to come across the nose of the 12, and the 12 did a good job of giving him that space and not running him right over. These two battling back here for 4th and 5th and letting the top 3 kind of get away as we have caution once again. I'm not exactly sure who this one is for. Probably Scott Reed. Let's go back and take a look. Oh, Dean Garrity found the fence and collected Scott Reed. So that's kind of where that ended up. So Garrity caught the fence. And he slowed the car up. I think he was sideways when Reed got there. And that just collects him. And bad kind of deal for everybody right there, because a couple of these guys just got cut up in somebody else's mess. So they'll go around one more time, give everybody a chance to get things sorted out. Tommy Scott has taken his car to the infield, and it does not look like he's going to be returning as he goes all the way to the bottom of the pylon. Yeah, one of them did. I don't know if it was Street. No, it wasn't Street. Could have been Reed. They got a haircut. So now we're going to double them up with 23 to go. Get them restarted here. Hoffman with another pretty good start. Being on that inside is a good thing.
All right, man. Caution.
As caution. Let's see. Did Hoffman have a problem getting down into 1 and 2? Because he got away pretty clean. Oh, yeah, got down in there, and Vanderwert just got the right front end to the left rear. Vanderwert goes for a tumble. A couple other guys are going for tumbles. Hoffman. Looks like maybe Tommy Scott. So that'll shake things up. And the leaders getting into it opens things up for Pritchard. Smith second, Adam, Jansen, Sabo, Foster, Shreves, Street, Scheider, well, maybe not, Scheider and Wheeler after Whiteman as they start to file into position. Looks like Tyler Street might be either off track or done for the evening. I'm not sure. He is rolling it back out again. That wing not having a good day. The top wing is all misshapen. I think the rear end in that thing is a little free. Maybe one shock holding it in place or something. But this 4-car looks pretty torn up. Front wing's damaged, top wing's damaged. It doesn't look like it's driving straight. Push bar on the back is tore up. Go back to single file. 21 laps. Caution number 3. Who said 5? Masters Gaming. You may be on to something. Maybe we'll start doing it over under.
Green flag. Green
All right, green flag in the air. Pritchard. Good start for him. Bowen Smith. Bowen Smith grabbing the second spot. Daniel Adam on the bottom right there. The 75 car trying to hang on to third, but Miles Jansen's got a pretty good run. Through the top of turn 2, and Jansen takes over the podium spot. He's in third. Adam and Sabo nose to tail on the bottom. We're 4th and 5th right there. Here comes Fozzard. Shreves is right in this thing, and then J.P. Scheider of the 5 car. Doing what J.P. Scheider does. He puts the right rear really close to the fence and rides right there, right on the ragged edge. And he is finding a way to come forward. Oh, tried to stuff it in between the wall and Shreves and got mostly wall on that deal. He got a big run in there through turn 1 and 2. Go back to the front. Pritchard can't shake Smith. That car free on exit, it looks like. This time, Smith going to go for the slider. Not quite enough momentum. Give back the spot, he'll lose a couple of car lengths. This time around, right here, when we get around to the start-finish line, going to be halfway. Things starting to stretch out as Pritchard gets around Smith again. Now Jansen going after Smith, and he couldn't get there. The top 3 have broken clean away from Daniel Adam in the 4th spot. They are half a straightaway as we have caution. We have caution once again. Scheider may have finally finished the 5 car off here. Oh, yeah. You know what? He got in there. Kind of got that thing hung up. It was Jacob Adam. Is that who it was? No, it wasn't a Jacob Adam. I know it's somebody that's in the wrong car number tonight. I know that it was somebody who was in the wrong car number tonight for sure. Might have been Ty Williams. No, wasn't Ty Williams. You might have. Yeah, you might have. All right, let's get back to the live action here as they start to get them sorted out. Pritchard, Smith, Jensen, Adam Shreves, Whiteman, Fozzard, Leonard, Sabo. No, Sabo is going to be outside the top 10. It'll be Garrity 9th and Creamer 10th. They start to get them sorted out. Halfway, yellow flag number 4, getting ready to go back to green, double file.
Green flag, green flag.
Richard, good start again. Pick that left front up. A lot of grip down there on the bottom, apparently on the exit of 4. As they head down the backstretch and into 3 and 4. Pritchard's going to stay on the bottom. Smith goes to the top, jumps to cushion, bumps the fence. He'll have to settle for second. Jansen tight in behind and down a half a lane off of Bowen. And he's got company as Daniel Adam right there in the 75 car. Shreves, the 56. Shreves right now, 15 positions improved. Currently our hard charger this evening. Here comes Dean Garrity back at it again. Oh, Shreves got the fence. Now he's got Garrity. I can't believe that wasn't a caution.
All right, man.
Now we got us a caution. And I think that was a product. Man, why do you do that? I think that was a product of what happened in front of these guys right here. No, it wasn't. That doesn't have nothing to do with these guys. Yeah, too many commands there. Connor Darnell, maybe. Yeah, this is going to happen right in front of these guys right here, and they're just going to get caught up. I think Garrity still is out of shape. Yep, somebody cut across the nose right there to avoid Garrity's car. I think that was Tyler Street. And so that's where our problem happened, right there. Unfortunate. Unfortunate when you get caught up in somebody else's mess. So we'll get back to it again. It's going to be about 10 to go. Pritchard, Smith, Jansen, Adam, Whiteman, Leonard, Creamer, Garrity, Shreves, and Fozzard. As Shreves was up there in the top 4, and he and Garrity get tangled up. He drops a few spots. Garrity went back a couple. Now get them doubled up again, it looks like, and we're going to get ready to go back to green. Out of 4, Pritchard. Good start once again. Goes to the top side. Smith goes with him. So did Daniel Adam. Miles Jansen, the first car on the bottom, was in third. The black and yellow car right there. Now they're all against the fence. Jansen bumping it. He's going to give up a spot, put him back to fourth. Caution. As this time it could be Randy Shreves that is a problem. 56 car. Through the middle between cars. Yep. Touches the left rear with the right front. He and Creamer getting together down there. So they're all hung up with one another. As we'll go back to the live shot. Yeah, it'll sort itself out. Pritchard, Smith, Jansen, Adam, Whiteman, Leonard, Garrity, Hoffman, Vanderwert, and Fozzard are our top 10. Yes, you busted. But that may be the last one right there. So you wouldn't have missed it by much. So 7 or more, 9 or less. So you're saying 8, basically. And it's been an average of 7, I believe. All right, lights going to go off on the pace truck. We're going to get the guys lined up single file. Still 8 laps remaining. Pritchard, Smith, Jansen, Adam, Whiteman, the top 5. Ready to get back to the green flag. Pritchard.
Green, green, green.
Good start again. He's got Bowen Smith right in tow. They go to the top side. So does Miles Jansen this time. Daniel Adam, the first car that went to the bottom. Whiteman went to the top, and Leonard went to the bottom. That's through the top 6. Off the corner, Pritchard, 6/10. Now Whiteman working on Leonard. Ooh, here comes Hoffman. Hoffman threw it in there deep. Kenny Hoffman trying to recover from an issue earlier. Goes around the top side, fits it between the wall, and Daniel Adam move him up to 6th. 5 to go this time. The wave lap. Out of turn 4 for your leader. Same 3 at the front, and those 3 starting to get away. Greg Leonard. All right there, the 94 car in 4th, and he's starting to lose touch with 3rd place Miles Jansen. Laps ticking off pretty quickly. Smith and Pritchard been running 1-2 for a long time. 2 to go, the signal from the starter stand. Make it 3 to go, 3 to go. I thought we were coming to the 2 to go. We will be this time. Lap traffic shouldn't be an issue if these two can keep them facing forward. Not get into one another. The only car starting to fade a little is in the middle of that group. He's got the final podium spot right now, the 35 of Miles Jansen, and he is starting to get reeled in a little bit of time by Greg Leonard. I just think there's not enough laps left as we're on the white flag lap. Into 3 and 4, around for the final time, and Cameron Pritchard takes it to the bottom. Bowen Smith to the top. Pritchard will win it. Smith 2nd, Jansen 3rd, and then Leonard and Hoffman. Hoffman with a good recovery comes all the way back to 5th. So, we'll bring them around, get them on the front stretch. Give them a chance to get into the booth. And we'll try to talk to them. Just waiting for the drivers to join us. You definitely were closest. It's been about a 7 average. It was 6 tonight, so that'll adjust that a little bit. But still get to see a little bit of good racing here. The track gets so slick. All of them have gotten so slick. All right, 1 and 2. Just waiting for Miles Jansen so that we can chat with him. May not get to talk to Miles if he doesn't make it pretty quick. And it doesn't look like we're going to get the opportunity to talk to Miles, as he has not made it to the chat. So we're going to move on. And we're going to talk to Bowen Smith real quick. Our second place driver tonight, Bowen Smith. Are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up, man?
Well, you up to second tonight. You did a lot of chasing of the 21 car, but it looked like 12 car was pretty salty this evening. How was your feature?
It was very tough. You know, the track slicked out and wore out and made it hard to pass.
Yeah, it looked like really the top was about it, and if guys weren't careful, they were jumping over that little bit of fluff and getting into the fence. We saw you bump it a couple times. Pretty thin line to run up there.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's pretty hard to run this track.
Yeah. Well, a great run nonetheless. A little bit better than the last couple weeks where you've gotten into somebody else's stuff or had unfortunate incidents. So a little bit of momentum maybe going to pick back up for the 12 team.
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to get my act back together and just get running again.
All right, man. Give us some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here.
All right. I'll give a good shout out to Scott Thomason Racing. He's the organizer of the race group I'm in. And a good shout out to Ryan Paget. He's my best friend and good spotter.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a great run, and we'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Yep, you too.
Bowen Smith finishing second. Now, we're going to talk to Miles. We're going to get to scold him a little bit, too. Miles Jansen, you there?
Yes, sir.
Got to leave your car on the track, buddy. You're in big trouble. You're in absolutely huge trouble.
I lagged out.
Great race today, man. You kept that 35 car, out of trouble for the most part. We did see you get the fence once or twice with the right rear, but third place and looked like the new paint may be working out.
I don't know what you're talking about getting into the fence. I never did that. But yeah, I busted out the Jason Tossinson throwback car for tonight and didn't have a lot of confidence coming into Charlotte, but I just knew if I kept the car clean and just kind of did my own thing, it turned out pretty all right.
Pretty slick track and a very narrow place to run up at the top. We saw you go to the bottom once or twice. Just nothing down there for you?
There was nothing anywhere besides the top. It was pretty much follow the leader around the top. If you got off that top line, you lost so much momentum. It wasn't even worth trying.
Well, a great run. A podium finish nonetheless should give you some momentum going into the rest of the season. You got some shout-outs for us?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Dan Grape at Forge and Dirt and all the guys that on the Forge and Dirt iRacing team, Carter, Nick, and Tyler LaPointe, that helped me practice and build sets and basically everything behind the scenes. Them 4 or 5 guys help out a ton.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Miles Jensen finishing third tonight. And now we'll talk to the guy that got it done at the front, Cameron Pritchard. You there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, you got up to the front and really never looked back again. Bowen really didn't put much of a challenge up to you. But before that, the guys that were right in front of you giving you all you needed.
Yeah. On the restarts, I found the bottom because I seen the cushion wasn't very high. So I went down to the bottom to see what it was because there was still some pretty good moisture down there. And just able to get by tight in there to get second. Had to lead for a moment and just made a mistake on the bottom that couldn't get back by. But something happened between them two, and I was able to take command for the rest of the race.
Yeah, awesome run. And with the track being as slick as it is, everybody in front of you has said that the top was really the only place to be. But it's got to be tough to try to stay focused and keep that right rear out of the fence when you're that close to it and there's not too much buildup up there.
Yeah. It was kind of bad at the beginning of the race, and all through it just got worse. So all the practices we did really didn't the track really wasn't the same. So this was a challenge, and just decided to make no more changes on the set. We just kept the car the same, and I think that helped us. I think we could maybe had a little bit more gear because I think Bowen was all over us there. So I think we just got lucky with that there was no passing lanes, and just able to hold off Bowen there.
Well, an awesome run. some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate a big win.
Falcons Brothers Trucking and Track and Trail Power Sports, True Dean Performance Industries, and CSI for all on my car, and I got to thank the whole 30 South crew for spotting for me and helping me with spotting and everything else and telling me what to do. So, just thank for Dean for setting up the car for me. I wouldn't be able to be up here without him setting up the car. So, just got to thank all them guys over there, Dean, Dave, Greg, Tommy, Oz. I know they're all watching, so got to thank them.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a great win, and we'll look forward to seeing what you can do next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Cameron Pritchard picking up the win. Take a look at our results. Pritchard, Smith, and Jansen, 1, 2, 3. Then Leonard in fourth. Hoffman, good recovery for him, was leading. Gets turned around early in this thing and recovers all the way to a top 5 finish. Whiteman got 6th. 7th went to Daniel Adam. Jacob Adam in 8th. Titan Vanderwerk got tangled up with Kenny Hoffman in that incident just a few laps into this thing. They were both going for the lead there. He recovers to 9th. Scott Reed was 10th. David Fozzard in 11th. 12th went to Connor Darnell. Randy Shreves in 13th. Terrell Wheeler 14th. Dean Garrity in 15th. Don Tulo 16th. 17th was Jeff Creamer. Kellen Sabo 18th. 19th, Dylan Hutchison. Cole Shapesky in the 20th spot. J.P. Shutter 21st. Ty Williams 22nd. 23rd to Tyler Street. And Tommy Scott Jr. rounded out the field. Another week in the books for the Down and Dirty guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks for the chat. It was very entertaining, guys. Don't forget about tomorrow night. Dominic Santina back on the call. He'll have the Dirt Slingers Monday Night Thunder 360 Wing Sprint Car Series from Lucas Oil Speedway. And then immediately following that, you'll have the Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Wingless Series 360 Wingless Sprint Cars from Kokomo. And the rest of the week, 2 shows, 7 and 9:30 Eastern on Wednesday, or 8 and 9:30 Eastern on Wednesday, and 8 and 9 on Thursday. So make sure you mark your calendars, like, share, follow, subscribe, all that. As always, we know you guys can watch us anywhere you choose to watch it here. We greatly appreciate it. For Dominic Santina, Zach Krieger, Cody Olson, Patrick Coluccio, and myself here at the Dirt Racing Network, guys, thank you very much. And until we see you the next time,